I were working FVR, we remember 3 things. HEB. H stands for hear. Make sure you're online and you can hear the orders. You can see that I'm online, so you'll hear the orders. Make sure you're plugged in and you're online. E will stand for early assignments. Turn on your early assignments, you make more money that way. And then B stands for, well, Linda said better job, but I say make sure you got your bags that you're using for delivery, and make sure you might be buying HEB because you get higher paid on HEBs because they're fleet deliveries. So HEB, hear it, early assignments, and make sure you got your bag. And B can also mean bring along a navigator. Linda makes a good navigator. She makes reports on all the mileage, making sure when we drop off and when we pick up. So she's really handy, and it really works out well. I really do appreciate it. Yeah. So I'll have to drop off the next pack of cigarettes or pizza, whichever they want. You don't have a navigator to bring along with you.
Approaching a railroad crossing.
Just give me a second. If you don't have a navigator to bring along with you, don't worry about it. I fortunately have to have Linda sometimes. But if you're just operating solo, don't panic. Just make sure you're using a navigation system of some type. You can use Google's, Waze, you can use Maps, Apple Maps. Just make sure you got a good navigation system. Or you can have your own private navigation system if you want. Just make sure you read everything and stuff like that. Navigation has to do with you just keeping in track of where you're going. And also like keep track of miles and stuff. So first, H stands for hear. Make sure you can hear the orders and you're turned online. So you can see my mapping system, I'm turned online. That's number 1. Number 2 stands with an E, means early assignments. Turn on your early assignments, you'll make more money. You don't have to, but if you turn on the early assignments, you'll make more money. And B, have a navigation, bring it along. Bring the navigation game along. So have the navigator there in your head or have one beside you. Either way. Linda started off as my supervisor. She also helps manage the Please Subscribe show. So she's pretty much one of the creators. And I am too. We decided to go into a Whataburger. It was really good service. So I'm putting them down as good service. So right there at the window, we just get a QR scan off the app. He just goes in there and scans it really quick. Boom, gives me the coupon, get the free burger, and then we pay for just the French fries and the drink. So we're doing this whole thing under $5, and we get a free burger. Isn't that something?
Yay!
Yeah, like I say, yay.
There's 4 spices and then like 8 peppers.
Okay, gotcha.
Like black pepper. Thank you.
I like my ketchup.
Yeah, take a long time to get ketchup. Say 4 ketchups?
No, I like 4 regulars, 4 spices, and 8 peppers. I'm a ketchup person.
Appreciate you. Merry Christmas.
I need at least 3 with the fries. And
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Oh no, are we out?
I got some more. I got some backup.
I did wash my hands in 7-Eleven. I didn't touch it.
There you go.
Ooh, give me more. Alright, your turn.
Oh, crap.
I'm gonna get everything set up, I guess. Alright. Alright, I'll give you a French fry first.
I appreciate that.
A blessing word for the food. You ready for a French fry? Ooh.
Give me a second.
Those are hot.
All right, so what did we get?
Whataburger. You ready for a French fry?
Yeah, sure.
A spicy ketchup?
Oh, the spicy ketchup or the French fry? How about bread and cheap noodle that you can, I guess you can do that in a 7-Eleven or something.
Ooh,
There's
look
the
at
French
that
fries.
burger.
Oh, yeah, that is a good burger. Are you going to split it in half?
Yes, of course.
Okay, cool. Like a Whataburger burger. Some say they are the best burgers on the planet. And I kind of show you what it looks like. Which one do I get?
The bigger piece.
We're splitting it down 50-50. Really, it's 100%, 100%. Just your imagination. All right. So this is what the Whataburger looks like, half split. And that's Linda's burger over there. You can see it right there. That's her burger. And I'm going to try a bite. Let's see what it tastes like.
It has
Ooh.
mustard, not mayo.
All the tomatoes just jumped off of that one that time. No mayo on it. Do we have napkins? There it goes. Mmm. Whataburger.
We're doing one regular ketchup. One
Put
spicy.
that in the Whataburger app so we can get rewards.
Of course.
And you don't mind if I take a sip of your beverage now, do you? Oh, good. Appreciate that. And their bricks are good, too, here at Whataburger. Right here. This is a Dr. Pepper. They've got good bricks. If you don't know what bricks is, look it up.
B-R-I-X.
B-R-I-X. It's how they kind of ratio the ratio
Carbonated water.
of the carbonated water with the syrup. So if you know anything about me and my vlogs, you know that I'm very interested in movies and even screenplay writing. Now, I have talked about screenplay writing with the one and only David Lynch in Dallas at the Inland Empire premiere at the USA Film Festival around 2006-ish or so. I don't really remember the exact day, but it was the USA Film Festival when you look up Inland Empire, I think it says 2006. Regardless of the time, I did speak to him about script writing, and he thinks it's very important to write the script, and I completely 100% agree. A lot of the vlogs are improv, and some parts are scripted. Here and there, we script some of it, but mostly it's improv. But I do write scripts, and the Whataburger that we just ate at, in that parking lot, there's a scene in my movie Deep on Elm, which is about my punk rock days in Richland Hills, Haltom, and Dallas, and other areas of that area, going all the way from Haltom, Richland Hills, all the way to Dallas. Regardless, it's about me and my friends surviving as punks, dealing with the neo-Nazi skinheads, and then the opposite, the ska skinheads, and being kind of in between. I was never really completely punk. I did hang out with the punks, but I was what you call a new waver. So I like Joy Division, Depeche Mode, things like The Cure. I was a new waver, but I had jet black hair. It looked very similar to Vince Vega in Quentin Tarantino's Pulp Fiction. It was jet black hair and it was slicked back, but I weighed about 140 pounds. No, more like 130 pounds. I was a very skinny kid. Very skinny. But anyway, I hung out with other punks. And we almost got killed right down the street from that Whataburger. And I had to go back into the Whataburger, and there was a cop in there getting ready to order some coffee or something. And he caught the guy that was trying to kill us. And he was a meth head that was going to beat up one of my friends, Wessie. I call him Wessie in the story. I think he also knows as Westbrook. A lot of people were trying to beat him up. He's kind of a dorky punk guy. The other guy that was in the car was a neo-Nazi, and couldn't help that. But we all went to Richland Rebels. The other guy was a punk that looked like Billy Idol. And there were a couple girls in there. We're all about 15 to 17. Anyway, that was a scene in Deep on Elm, which I already wrote the script, and it's good to go. Any producers, let me know, make a comment. We'll start making the movie. It's not really like American History X. It's not pro-Nazi, and it's not pro-ska skin. So it's not about bashing Nazis, and it's not about promoting Nazis or Nazism at all. But that went on in the 90s for sure, at all the high schools, if you remember. It really happened. That's why American History X was published and made into a movie. It's not exactly like American History X. It's following more through the eyes of a new waver, one that likes Depeche Mode and The Cure and things like that. But he has to deal with the punks and all that stuff. And he likes punks, but he doesn't really like the skinheads that much. But he had to deal with it. He had to go through it. And he almost lost his life a couple of times. There's also a scene set in Haltom at the Haltom High School. There's scenes set in the industrial area of Dallas and in clubs and things. It's based on real life, but there is fiction in it, so it's not all completely true. But it's a autobiographical. What does that say? Mark 4 Parkway? Okay. Anyway, so any producers that want to get on board, I'll be happy to send you the script. And I've got all kinds of cool stuff in that script. It does need technical aspects to it, so it needs probably some touch-ups on when the close-up happens, when the wide angle happens, and all that can be found in scripting, and also on production. So anyway, if you're interested, send me some information. I'm still looking for funding to do the movie Deep on Ellum. And I call this the Gates of Fort Worth. Also a few skaters in Deep on Ellum too. There's about skateboarders too. Looks like we got a fleet for FVR, and those are higher pay. It's gonna be some Moya. Hey Linda, when we get over here, Hody Do.
Okay.
You know what Hody Do means, right?
No, please tell me.
You'll figure it out. Did you need to?
No, I'm fine.
How you judge the traffic is right here. It's 8.7 miles. Takes 29 minutes. It's 4:56. Arrival time will be 5:25. We're only going 8.7 miles or 8.6 miles. Shoot, 8 miles should take you 8 minutes.
15 miles.
8 miles here is taking 29 minutes, looking like Los Angeles or something. This is Heritage Parkway area. I mean, it is booked out Christmas style. It's better to be quiet and quick than loud and selfish. But sometimes it's okay to be loud, but
That's decent. The burgers are good. I've good onion rings. I've eaten there about 2-3 times.
I don't really be able to make this turn because there's so many of them.
Alright.
Oh, well, I guess you just have to wait.
What's that car doing? Guess you were too busy looking over here. That's kind of weird intersection. Oh, no, too.
Howdy do. A sea of red lights, or sea of brake lights, you could say. lot of bumper to bump. I just was looking at the Brahms. We're going to Brahms to pick up. Oh, we're doing all of this over a banana split. Remember that TV show, The Banana Splits?
Yeah, I think so.
It's kind of like the Electric Company, but they have more costumes. Always think of when I think of a banana split, because we're going to an ice cream shop. Well, Brahms basically is. They also do hamburgers. I always think of Lucille Ball, how she lost her job as she worked in an ice cream parlor, but she refused to serve the customer bananas and a banana split, so they fired her. Then she became a movie star. True story. You know a lot about Lucille Ball, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, it's a true story, right?
Yeah,
She's fired from an ice cream shop because she refused to work with the bananas.
Yes.
Yeah, they fired Lucille Ball because she would not serve the customer bananas. Now explain that one. It is a strange story, but it made her a movie star. Because her next job was for television. And she became Lucille Ball. I wonder if they put it in the Nicole Kidman version of her, or if they mentioned the banana splits. It's the little details that get you, you know? I didn't see the Lucille Ball one. Javier Bardem, isn't it? He plays Rico. What was her husband's name?
Ricky.
Oh, Ricky. Okay. Ricky Ricardo.
His real name is Desi Arnaz.
Oh, Desi Arnaz. Okay. Javier Bardem played Desi Arnaz. Nicole Kidman played Lucille Ball. Was her real name Lucille Ball?
Yes.
Oh, that was her real name?
Yes. She played Lucy Ricardo in the TV show.
Oh, Lucy Ricardo is the character's name. Pretty cool.
I thought about it. Alright, so we'll just put down